What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're doing the backside feeble grind today. How to backside feeble. I've already done frontside feeble, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description below, the tutorial for the front side if you're interested in that one. But I think that the backside is actually a lot easier. I think it's the one that most people learn first, especially just because it's so similar to a regular board slide. So know how to board slide before doing this one. Have them down almost every try. That's going to make it a lot easier. It also really helps if you know how to backside 50-50 on rails. You don't have to be at that point, I don't think, but you know, it's really going to help you if you know how to do both of those, since a backside feeble is, you know, essentially a cross between the two. So the setup is going to be nothing crazy here. It's just like you would for a board slide. You know, you're not going to put your feet in any crazy position, but I would recommend approaching the rail at a little bit more of an angle. And the motto for this one is low, slow, and short, just like it would be for any rail trick that you're trying to learn. You want to start on a low rail that you feel comfortable with, so you don't have to ollie super high, and that factor is just completely out of the way. And you want to go slow. So going slow, just to, you know, start at your own pace. You don't have to go full speed at the rail. It's going to feel very uncomfortable trying to go super fast when you're learning a rail trick, whereas, you know, you can just kind of slow down, take it at your own pace. And going short also, you don't have to grind the whole rail. The point is just to lock in and get comfortable with that, and then over time you'll slowly start grinding more of the rail once you get more comfortable with it. So like I said, you're going to approach the rail at a slight angle, maybe a little more than a board slide, and you're going to ollie higher than a board slide, and you're not going to turn as much as you would for a board slide, because the whole goal is to get the back truck on. So once you've locked in, you'll notice that on the heel side of my back foot, I'm putting a lot of pressure on that, and it's causing like a pinch in the truck, and that's what you really want there. And you'll also see that the weight is really aligned on my back foot. Everything's really aligned with the back foot, and the front foot's just kind of there to keep the feeble in place. You're not going to lean into that front foot because it's going to cause problems later, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, you'll see that I'm mostly leaned back, and just as a side note, you want to make sure you have a good amount of wax, so that the rail is slick enough so that it can just really guide you along, because a sticky rail does not go good with feeble grinds. You know, you might be able to get away with it more on a 50-50, but with feeble grinds, it's not going to work very well unless you have some good wax. So problems with this trick, I would say that slipping out into a board slide is very common, and that's because, you know, probably you turned too much, or you didn't ollie high enough, or both. Also, it could be just because the rail's super slick, and you know, you didn't get a super strong lock in, so you just kind of slipped out, and that's just part of the learning process. It's going to happen. Definitely more scary for this to happen on a handrail than it is for when you're learning on something small like this. And the other side of that is just getting straight into a board slide, but like a tweaked board slide, and your wheels kind of touch the rail, and you end up stopping and just flying forward. That's also, you know, just a problem with the aim on, you know, just locking into that truck. That's super crucial, and if you don't, you're going to have those problems getting into the board slide. The other issue is on the exit. So when you're leaving the feeble grind, a lot of people have their nose like dragging down super low, and they put too much weight into it, like I said earlier, and this just, you know, causes them to nose dive, and just like the nose hits the ground first when they land. So to avoid this, you really just need to keep it consistent with the weight being on the back foot, and that's throughout the whole grind, throughout the whole time, even when you're exiting. And if you can, you'll see that I'm straightening out the board as soon as the rail allows me to, and I kind of lift up just a little bit to make sure that I land even on, or at least try to land evenly with, you know, all wheels at the same time. So that's another huge issue, just exiting the feeble grind. But that's basically it. You just want to make sure that you're not turning as much as you are on a board slide. You're ollieing higher, and that initial lock-in is crucial. And once you lock in, it's really just about maintaining the weight on the back foot, and just making sure that the front foot is only keeping it in place and not really doing much else. So that's the feeble grind, very basic rail trick. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below as always on what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you next time.